Okay, so let's take 3 nice deep breaths together. Breathe in. And again, nice deep breath. One more time, nice deep inhaling breath. And just take a moment to come into your heart. And connecting with the lighthouse, with this space. So we're plugging into a higher frequency. So as you plug into this frequency, you'll naturally start to receive healing, because it's all vibrational work we're doing. So as we go through tonight's Q&A, even if you drift in and out, it's absolutely fine. Just your presence in this vibration is powerful. There'll be a shift tonight. We're going to create some shifts, some transformation. So you don't need to think too much about what happens tonight. It's much more about being in your body and just being present to what occurs tonight. And most importantly, stay in your heart. As if it's your heart that's listening. And notice anything that resonates. And trust your subconscious mind will do the work. Your body will do the work that needs to happen. There's quite a few questions here, so let's do our best to get through what we can. Okay, so the first question. I have been feeling a lot of anger recently, and I'm confused about whether I should allow myself to feel it or should I change it? If I focus on the anger, won't I create negative things in my life? This is a great question. And in fact, I get this a lot, and I totally understand where this is coming from. So I think there can be a lot of confusion with transformation and the law of attraction. So the law of attraction very much focuses on the teaching that you create your own reality through your thoughts. And there's lots of spiritual teachers, lots of books out there which are teaching you that you create your own reality from your thoughts. Now, I can imagine for somebody very new to healing or transformation, that would be bloody scary to think that I create my reality from my thoughts. Because probably 90%, 95% of the population do not have power over their thoughts. Now, I'm going to, which I love to do, tear down that message that's going out there. that your thoughts create your reality. Because in fact, there's so much of that out there right now, and it's not actually true. It's not your thoughts that create your reality, because you can have any thought you want and it's not going to create your own reality. What creates your reality is the energy towards that thought. So when I refer to energy, it's anything you resist persists. Now, I would much rather you focus on that truth rather than my thoughts create my reality. Especially at the early end of transformation. Because to try and master your thoughts, it's quite a difficult task when you're deep in transformation, because your thoughts are not you. There's always going to be thoughts crossing your mind that have nothing to do with you. They are just floating around the collective. And you may have tuned into a thought and heard a thought, but these thoughts aren't your thoughts. So when we're taught that our thoughts create our reality, your thoughts aren't yours. So you cannot create your reality from your thoughts because they're not your thoughts. The energy. So if you imagine this space behind me, this space behind me is like water. Imagine it's the sea. It's full of, rather than fishes, it's full of thoughts swimming around behind me. That's thoughts. I'm here. Now, a little swimming thought might cross paths. And if it passes, I might hear it, but it just passes. It might go in front of me, it might try and engulf me a bit, wind me up, annoy me, etc., come really close, but that thoughts are just swimming around the ether. They're not your thoughts, so it's not your thoughts create your reality, because your thoughts aren't yours. They're just swimming around. You could tune into any thought. You might suddenly hear a thought which you just think, oh my God, where did that thought come from? That's a mean thought, it's a nasty thought, it's a vicious thought, it's a selfish thought. They're not yours, they're just passing by. But where we do need to be careful is if a thought is passing by and we react to it, or push it away, or resist it, that's what creates your reality, because it puts you in resistance. And it's the resistance that creates the disconnection, the pain. Nothing to do with the thought. You could have a thought such as, I fucking hate you. Oh, I want to fucking kill you. Oh my God, you are whatever. It makes no difference. It's just a thought. Thoughts, in fact, are neutral. Thoughts are just floating around. Thoughts are just neutral. But what gives them a high or low vibration is your response to them. So let's say a thought floating by in the ether is saying, you're fat and ugly, nobody will ever want you. It might just go straight past me. I might have been slightly conscious of it, but I've got no resistance to it. There's nothing within me that draws it back. But if there is something within me that when it passed, would draw it back to me, it's going to keep coming back, keep coming back. and feeding. Because there's something in me that goes, oh, no, I'm not. I'm not fat and ugly. I'm not, I am wanted. I am going to prove I'm lovable. That's what feeds the fish. Thoughts floating by. So they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they keep coming back to you because you keep feeding it, you keep feeding it, you keep feeding it. But they're not your thoughts. But it's what you're doing with them that creates your reality. Because rather than just them all floating by you and you enjoying yourself and life, you're now trying to fight, resist, or change them, or fix yourself. So your whole reality of life changes. So this is where I always say with affirmations, great. They can be a tool to start to turn something around. If it feels good, if it makes you feel good, if it helps you detach from a thought that you've been feeding and focus elsewhere, great. But if you've had a conditioning to keep feeding this same thought again and again and again, it's going to be quite a big fish in your sea. That you'll feel it even when it's all the way back there, boom, 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 coming closer. And then you'll wonder why suddenly you feel really uncomfortable in your body and you don't know why you feel uncomfortable. It's because it's right behind you and it's going, you've been feeding me for 20 years and I'm quite big. You can feel my wave. I'm heading towards you again. And I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to get all frustrated and annoyed and blah, blah, blah. And you're going to keep feeding me again. And it's going to keep coming back to you until you go, I surrender. I surrender. Okay. I'm fat, I'm ugly, nobody's going to want me. Okay. I didn't die. I'm okay, in fact, because you weren't real. I made you real. I made you a part of my story. And I've been playing you out. And I'm going to let go of that story and stop trying to be perfect or beautiful or wanted. I'm okay as I am. And then it will come back. Are you sure? Are you sure? And if you keep smiling, losing resistance, the uncomfortable feelings that are the momentum that you've been creating will start to shift out the body. So it may have been spinning for a while, so it might take a little time for it to slow down, but this is where your vibrational frequency will then start to rise again, because it's no longer feeding